Welcome to Sattva Himalayan Wisdom. In this episode, Anand discusses the nature of the Great Mother and the cosmic womb, from which comes infinite creative potential.
In the great tantric teaching, there is the teaching around Hiranyagarbha. It's a beautiful insight into the nature of reality. The word Hiranyagarbha in Sanskrit is made up of two distinct words, Hiranya and Garbha. Garbha refers to womb and Hiranya, cosmic. So Hiranyagarbha referring to the great cosmic womb. And what this teaching is referring to is that anything that exists in the dimension of shape and form, anything that exists in the dimension of boundary, perceivable experience, it arises from the pure field of potentiality. Before the birth within time of any form or any phenomena, it is held within the timeless domain of the Great Mother, the cosmic womb. For from the yogic perspective, the nature of manifest reality is feminine. What it is referring to, that anything that exists with body has to come through the mother. And that is verified in nature as we perceive. Our bodies emerge from the mother principle. So, the potential of this body is held within the womb of the mother. And a certain activity, a certain catalyst sets that manifestation process in movement. Similarly, on a cosmic scale, it is the great cosmic mother from the yogic perspective. Of course, we are referring to not to a mother with a particular characteristics or a person. We are really referring to the mother principle, the great cosmic womb, Hiranyagarbha. And it brings a very important and profound insight into, as we observe this teaching and contemplate upon it, that the source of all manifestation is the unmanifest. I will repeat this, that before anything comes into manifestation, it is held within the unmanifest form as pure potential. And where is it held? It is held within the cosmic womb. And where is that womb? It is here, at a subtler level of perception. So, when we are interested in increasing our creative potential and having greater access to the flow of creativity, as we begin to realize our role as conscious agents within the evolutionary process of the universe, we must realize that we must learn to access the unmanifest field. The greater access we have to the unmanifest field, the greater the creativity that flows through us. Now, anyone who has worked in any creative arena, whether you have been engaged in creating music or you've been engaged in writing a book or starting a business, in any activity, you know that your best work happens when you feel inspired that something is happening, something miraculous is occurring, and it is flowing through you, we say it's in the zone, we are in the zone, or we are in the flow state, and things started to just flow through me. The music started to flow through me. A lot of us have had this experience where we have had an insight, a eureka moment. And that insight has a very unique quality to it. The insight is not something you reach by a continuation of thought. It is an event in your consciousness. It is not thinking. It is an event. It has a discontinuous quality to it when you compare it to the noise that usually dominates the mind field. Similar to the experience of hitting the zone when you might be playing a piece of music or writing a book, and then you get into that zone and the words seem to just flow through you. Or the music just seems to flow through you. Those are those moments, those inspired moments, and you feel like as if you are consumed by this energy, which is something which seems to be greater than you, and it has a nourishing and inspiring quality to it. So where is it coming from? It's coming from that field. All creativity emerges from that pure field of potentiality, Hiranyagarbha in Sanskrit, this ancient teaching. Brilliant. So as we tune ourselves and we learn to dive deep within our own unmanifest state, we take our mind, or rather we take our awareness, and instead of it constantly being externalized, as we begin to train our awareness to move in the dimension of the unmanifest, into the dimension of the transcendent, we start to have access to this Hiranyagarbha, the unmanifested cosmic womb. And as we begin to tune into this state, and how does this state experience in the beginning? It is experienced as pure silence, as a boundless silence is there. But for us to gain deeper access to that, we must bring in the heart online, for it is the cosmic womb, remember. It has the teaching of the Great Mother. And the Mother is about love, about devotion, about that being in that deep state of receptivity. So as we access the field of silence, we must also bring our heart online with a deep state of love and receptivity. So the heart is online and the third eye is online together. And then what happens there? The great unmanifest womb births through you. You become the conscious agent through which the unmanifest manifests. You become the channel through which the pure potentiality starts to express. That field of creative intelligence starts to flow through you, nourishing you, liberating you, and simultaneously birthing something profound into the manifest reality. And as we do that, we realize that it is ultimately not you that is creating. You, when I say you, meaning you as in an isolated ego entity. You are a conduit, a channel. And the more we adapt this attitude, the more we can keep having access to that field. So we must maintain this attitude, that the attitude of not doership, not ownership. That's an invitation of this teaching. And the more we can be aware of this, that instead of this I as an isolated entity doing or creating, it is the whole creating through me. It's that alignment to that one consciousness field, that subtler dimension of reality. As I tune into that dimension of myself and the creative intelligence, the more that creative intelligence flows through me. And as that creative intelligence flows through me, greater and greater manifestation and creativity occurs through me. And that's a liberating way to live. So, that's an invitation of this teaching, that instead of just struggling on the outside to find the solutions to the problem, instead of just struggling on the dimension of manifest reality to find resources to be able to create, this teaching of Hiranyagarbha invites us to explore our own subtler dimension, to go within and locate the unmanifest field from where all manifestation arises, or the field of pure potentiality from where all creativity arises. And the beauty of this field, it is infinite in nature, it's cosmic. So it's not limited in any way, shape or form. It never runs dry. This river, this great ocean of, this cosmic ocean of creative intelligence never runs dry of creative capacity. It has infinite creative capacity. And where does it lie? It lies here at a subtler level of perception within you. It's the Hiranyagarbha, the great cosmic womb. Constantly birthing while simultaneously maintaining its unmanifest status, manifesting while remaining also simultaneously unmanifest. So we, as we are listening right now, wherever you are listening to this podcast, on the level of your mind and interactive experience, you are at the manifest level. But within you is also the unmanifest. And you are fundamentally inseparable from that unmanifest. So as you take your awareness to that dimension within yourself, you begin to unleash your creativity. And that creativity starts to liberate you further. There is always more from where it comes. Always. Infinite creative potential lies within the Hiranyagarbha, the womb of the cosmic mother. So that's why in the yogic teachings, the great feminine is placed at the top, the ultimate. And the manifest dimension, anything that exists, it comes through the mother principle. And so we are interested in gaining access, I will repeat. We can't just go with a dry intellect. We must go with a fluid heart, a silent mind, and a heart full of love. And then what happens? Flow of creative intelligence through you. So, contemplate on this great teaching around Hiranyagarbha, the great cosmic womb. That anything that exists on the manifest dimension of reality emerges from this womb, which is ultimately timeless. Even time emerges from this womb of the Great Mother. And so when you realize this, you don't have to, there can be the end of struggle. You can relax into the womb of the Mother. And you can allow that intelligence to flow through you. And you can co-create. And you can play. And you can be innocent. And rejoice in that which arises. So I hope that you are served by this contemplation, by this teaching that we spend together, or that we explored together. The womb of infinite creativity lies here within you at a subtler level. Allow yourself to take your awareness to that pure field of silence and fill your heart with deep love and reverence and awe. Create from that place. And remember, everything in its time. Nothing before its time. Always now, never then. At the level of the unmanifest, no time. At the level of the manifest, time.